So tell me about yourself. I. Mm. So tell me about yourself. Well, I like. So tell me about yourself. Can I call a friend? You submitted the resume and you waited for this for so long and you waited patiently and finally you get that phone call and now you get the interview. You are sitting across the table and the hiring manager smiles and asks you the questions. Tell me about yourself. And you started to panic and you don't know what to answer. And you don't know what to say. And halfway through the conversation, you say to yourself, ah, why did I even say that? You never get a second chance to make first impression. Usually, the hiring manager makes up his or her mind in the first 3 minutes during the interview. Do you make a good impression? So today, I am going to share with you from a CEO perspective, from a hiring manager perspective, from an employee perspective, what is the best response to the question, tell me about yourself. I know for sure that a lot of us has been struggling with this question. It might be simple question, but we don't know how to answer correctly. I am going to teach you some of the best response to this question, and by the end of this video, you are going to walk away with the exact formula and exactly what do you need to say and how to say it. I am also going to give you a little script and a little template, so next time when you are asked to this question, you know exactly what to say. And now, let me give you a simple tips or a couple keys. So tips number one, when the hiring manager is asking you the question, tell me about yourself. You're not actually asking about your whole life story. They're not asking your parents or your background, the name of your pet, or even what kind of dog do you have. So it's not about that, guys. So when people hear that question, they think, oh, let me tell my life story. And 20 minutes into it, you have not talked about anything important. So what they're actually asking is, what are you bringing to the table? So from now on, when you hear the question, tell me about yourself, or Manilyn, tell me about yourself. Well, I want you to make the mental switch that equals what value could you bring to the company. That's what they're asking. And you shouldn't go on and on and on about all your background and all of that. No, you don't. So, tips number two, be yourself, but be your best self. See, one of the mistakes people make here is they believe in the interview, well, I just want to be myself. Yes, you want to be yourself. You want to be authentic. You don't want to be fake, but it doesn't mean that you should just share everything. This is the first time you are just sitting across the table from a hiring manager. It's like a date, right? So you were just getting to know each other. So this is like a coffee date. So make sure you present your best self. So let with your strong foot forward. So when they're asking you the question, everything you share, any statement that you make, you always want to tie it back to what's in it from them. So what's in it for them? So let me give you an example. Let's say someone is hiring and you are applying for a social media manager or like a social media manager position, and the hiring manager is asking you, well, tell me about yourself. A typical response someone might say, well, I grew up with the social media and I've used social media for a long time, or my whole life actually. So I am very familiar with it. And just about 3 years ago, I thought to myself, well, maybe I could actually make a living doing this. So I started playing around with it and take on a couple clients here and there. And I've worked with a couple people. And then now, I'm planning to get married. And my fiance told me, I should get a stable job. So here is the first success question or answer to the question. So here, I have been doing social media for the last 3 years and I specialize in helping companies and entrepreneurs growing their Facebook fan page. And in the last 3 years alone, I helped dozens of clients in over 10 different countries. And on average, I've been able to help my clients to really increase their engagement and grow their fan page by 3 to 500% in less than 6 months. And that's what I am passionate about. In fact, I have listed some of those clients that I work with on the reference letter. So you see how that works? So you're talking about your success without bragging. So it's more to demonstrate and showcase your skill set. So what are you good at it? That's the number one success. And then the step number two is your strength. And here is the script. So my strength is, or my real strength is, fill in the blank. So my real strength is my ability to teach and understand what my audience wants. So I pride myself on my reputation to creating engaging and compelling content that I know your audience loves and wants to share. So that's the second step. So my strength is blank. So this is the third situation, meaning how does that apply to the position that you are applying? How do you apply your background, your strength into the new company and the new opportunity? So here is the situation. So what I am looking for is a company that could add value to, that I could produce a positive return on investment for, where I could join a strong team. Is this what the company is looking for? You see, at the end of the day or at the end of the interview, you ask the questions. So whoever asks questions control the conversation. And now the hiring manager will be like, okay, yeah, I guess that's what I'm looking for, or that's not what we're looking, or that is not what we're looking for. And you got from there. So just because you are in interview, it doesn't mean that you don't need to sell. The next question you have is, well, Manilyn, does that mean I have to memorize a script of some sort? And the answer is absolutely yes. You don't want to go in an interview that is unprepared. So it's better to be prepared. Well, in fact, you want to write it out and practice it and rehearse it many, many times. So when you are in front of that potential hiring manager, you are ready to go. So you need to memorize it and say it many, many times and repeat it many, many times. So it comes across very natural. So the last thing you want is to panic and stutter and you don't know what to say. So you don't want to do that, right? If you find this video useful, please comment down below and make sure to hit the subscribe button below. So have a good day and God bless everyone. Advance Merry Christmas.